Hello everyone, welcome to Fix It Troy again. What are we working on today? Well, we'll keep the story part short. I've had on my bucket list for over 30 years to buy a Harley, so this year I decided to part with the metric collection and buy a Harley. So we ditched a few of the metrics and bought this Harley used. It's got some mileage on it. It's a 96 Ultra Classic Electric Glide. It came with a good story. I'm not going to tell the story because it's a long one, but one way or another I followed this bike on the internet for quite a while, and then when the price finally got reduced to what I was interested in, I bought it. Now the challenge we have is it sat for a while, and now we're starting to feel the effects of that after putting some mileage on. So this morning my son wanted to ride this bike to work, and I said great. I fired it up, pulled it out of the shop to warm it up, and I see fuel rolling out of the fuel lines. So we pushed it back in, he hopped on another one of our bikes, and away he went. So today we're going to take this apart and see what we can learn about repairing the fuel lines on a 96 Electric Glide with fuel injection. I've never taken these apart, so this is just purely, let's work our way through it. These are the two fuel lines. This rear one is the one that's leaking. Not sure if we can get a good view of that. It appears to be coming underneath the nut that fastens the line to the bottom of the tank. And I figured, well, we got it apart, we may as well take this other line apart, because I'm guessing that those O-rings, or whatever it is that seals them, I'm presuming O-rings, that they're leaking too. Really kind of hoping that we don't have to replace the lines, so let's see what we can come up with. There we go, a little brighter light. Or not. Ah!
Funny mud.
Can't put it back in my pocket. Alright, Holly, you're going to help. So, we're going to loosen these lines. We'll see what we find. And if you're wondering, I'm using an 18 millimeter wrench. I was actually quite surprised to see that these fittings were metric. But I'm new in the Harley world, and maybe Harley has gone metric, I'm not sure. I was kind of hoping they hadn't, because I'd like to use some of my old wrenches again. Alright, for some reason I expected tons of fuel to come rolling out. So what I'm seeing is I got O-rings that are damaged, and let's see what we can learn about this if it comes apart. There's one O-ring off, and we are drifting. So, one way or another, let's put a new O-ring in it. Let's see if we can resolve that issue on that one, and then we'll try the next one after that. And hopefully that's the only O-ring. Hopefully we can find something that'll work. If not, I guess we'll go to Harley Davidson and get some. See how this one looks on there. Too big. And that one looks too small. Typical.
I think it's easier to put a too small one on though.
But will it seal is the question. Yeah, still weeping just a little bit. Alright, let's try a different size O-ring.
You gonna put a bigger one on?
Yeah, we'll have to until we can figure out what's if that's the problem. Otherwise, we'll have to replace the fuel line if there's another seal in between. I don't believe there is, though. So we just got to get the right size O-ring that fills the void that it's trying to seal. Yeah. Try this assortment, see if we've got anything that's this might have been the better choice to start with. This is a metric selection. I suppose we could probably look up and find out what the right size is. That would be no fun, though. Alright, that's not going to work. Alright, let me grab another assortment. Okay, so these are the green O-rings. They're an HNBR O-ring. They're supposed to, they use them more for air conditioners, but they apparently are more chemical resistant than the standard. Most of the black ones are. Alright, let's try one of these dogs. See if we're getting closer on size. Looks better. And that came out of the .301 by .07. Nominal size 5/16 by 7/16 by 1/16. Let's try that. So far, so good. So, what we noticed this morning was just running the fuel pump didn't always make it leak. So I'm just going to fire it up. That seemed to have a greater effect on the leak than when it was just sitting here. So,
now it's back going.
I mean, it's not leaking, and now it's like it's weeping. But maybe we need a slightly chubbier. Alright, I hate to say it, we're going to try it again with it running. Let's just dry everything off really good. Let's see if we've got any dribbles in there. Are you ready? And Holly? No yapping. Can you do this without yapping?
I doubt it.
You doubt it. Problem solved. What do we use?
Use that green O-ring.
Yeah. Out of our air conditioning assortment. And that was 5/16 by 7/16 by 1/16. Actual size is .301. Get in on that. Appears to have worked. We had a little leakage and I snugged the fitting down a little bit more and everything's working great now. But one way or another, simple fix, O-ring. And I would imagine you can probably get the O-rings just as easy right at Harley Davidson or Napa, or through an O-ring assortment of some sort. In our Harbor Freight assortments and assortments we bought at the parts store, we were unable to find the correct one that would seal it. but we used a O-ring out of an air conditioning seal kit. So there you have it, quick fix on your Harley EFI. That's all I got to say, I guess. Holly, do you have anything for us? No, she doesn't. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.